The next thing I talk about is our locations. So we have 32, soon to be 33. We've already got 33 on our graphic here because Frederick is joining here any day now. But 33, I think the lease is on my desk right now, so we'll call it 33. 33 office locations around the DMV. Now the great part about where you join Sampson is when you join one Sampson office, you join all of our Sampson offices. They are all owned by us. If you are in Chantilly, great, that's our headquarters for those that don't know. Well, today I'm driving around, I'm in Alexandria, pop in and use those. I'm in McLean, you can pop in there. Tyson's, wherever it is you want to do, you pop in there, use that office, sit down, use the conference rooms to meet clients, drop in desks, whatever it is. You join one, you join them all. So that's the great part. Now, some people will think we're crazy because when the pandemic started, we had 21 offices. Now we have 33. So Donnie's a little crazy. He didn't realize everybody works from home. Well, I don't really buy into that fully. I don't buy into the virtual brokerage. There's 3 reasons that I'm really all about offices. 1, I think we need that interaction. Real estate can be a lonely business when things aren't going well, right? Okay, I didn't do any sales or new prospecting this month. I'm staring at my same 4 walls in my home office. Nothing changed, nothing was new. I didn't get any new juice, I didn't get any new ideas, so all of a sudden 1 bad month turns into 2 bad months, turns into 4, turns into 6, and I look back, I was like, I only sold 2 homes this year. It's because I didn't have anything new coming on. I didn't have any new ideas, any office to engage in. I didn't have any fresh thoughts or fresh energy. Well, if you have an office to go to where you're going to go attend that sales meeting, or you're going to go to that mastermind class, or you're going to go to that happy hour, that breakfast bagel party, or whatever it is that you're going to do, you're going to exchange ideas. What's going on with your business? What's going good for you? What's going good for you? We need that stuff to help keep us going and give us more energy. So sometimes it can just be like, even when I was stealing $40 million a year, I would still mastermind and talk to the other great agents in our office, be like, what's going on with you? We can always learn from each other. So having that office to go to, interact with other people, learn ideas, go to the sales meetings, that's really important, I think. You don't have to do it, but it's there for you. The second one is for clients. Look, I've met people at McDonald's booths and Starbucks. I've met people everywhere and anywhere, and so have you all, and you're going to continue to do that. But what if you had professional offices that you could go to meet them all the time? You're out showing houses, and you're like, hey, let's go back to my office and write this contract. This is the biggest financial decision of your life. We should go sit in a nice conference room, have a nice cool drink, and let's talk about it in a professional environment. So that's why I want to have those offices, for you to have those meetings with clients, feel like a pro, your clients feel taken care of, and you can do a better job conducting business instead of doing it out of the back of your car or in some Starbucks lobby. The third reason that I'm really big on offices is kind of a me and you proposition, okay? It's a help you, help me, help you, that kind of thing, right? So I'll tell you a little story. So 10 years ago, I'm out there working hard to sell homes, and our headquarters is in Chantilly, and we really only had 1 office back then. Well, I'd be out there, and I'd work hard, I'd ratify a contract for my buyer, and I'd say, all right, Cardinal Title Group, got to make my dad happy, got to go to Cardinal. And then the next day, the buyer and the listing agent would be like, all right, Donnie, great, we're all in. Where's Cardinal? Oh, it's back in Chantilly. And this house might be in Alexandria, an hour. They'd be like, come on, Donnie, we can't go to, I'm not driving 45 minutes for closing. That's not reasonable, right? Your buyer's not happy, the listing agent's not happy. Heck, you're not happy because you got to go do walkthrough 45 minutes away and then come back to Chantilly. So it was hard for us to ask you to use Cardinal all over the place if we only had 1 office to serve you. So now, as we put up more offices wherever you are, it's so much easier for you to get the deal to Cardinal Title Group because wherever you are in the DMV, and stretching further and further, as you can see this list here, you've got an office within 15 or 20 minutes of where you are. So maybe you do a lot of business in Alexandria, but this deal happens to be in Tyson's. Great, we'll close in Tyson's. Oh, you went down to Lake Ridge area, and you're, Gristle close in Lake Ridge, or Stafford, or Fredericksburg, or heck, your aunt lives in Richmond. You went and sold her house. Great, we'll close in our Richmond office. So we've got lots of different options for you to close in any of those offices. We have Cardinal staff in almost every single office, and we can close deals in every single office. A couple other tips on offices on the next slide here is you can use them all for free, drop-in desks, conference rooms. You can rent private offices. So if you want your own office, you go to the office every day and you want your own office that locks and closes and it's your space, you can rent those. They cost $250 to $500 a month. Just depends on size, window, all that kind of fun stuff. My DC offices, they cost a little bit more than my offices in Winchester. I mean, obviously that's a supply and demand and how much I'm paying for that office, frankly. So they've all got different prices on them, but they're all available for you to rent if you want to rent and have your own office within those offices. The next slide we'll talk about is our growth. This is exciting. It's a little humbling. I'm going to give you some numbers here, but you want to know what the company is that you're considering coming to. So we're over 4,500 realtors now, and actually a good bit above it. And it's really exciting. It's humbling, but we're adding over 100 realtors a month for the last 2 years on average. Over 100 a month, 120, 130, depends on the month. Donnie, how can you possibly talk to that many people? Well, I can't. But here's the thing. When you are running a company like I am, the size of this, there's a lot of things going on. And there's days you're like, I'm never going to get everything right? Because you're always perfect, trying to, well, this has got to be perfect, this has got to be perfect. And sometimes it's not going to be. But at the end of the day, when I lay my head down at night, this is the one thing that makes me the happiest, okay? I have two passions for our company. One, to create a company that's going to help you sell more homes once you join Sampson Properties than before. I want to help you go from 5 deals to 10 deals, 10 transactions to 20, 20 to 40. And we'll talk about that in a second. The second passion is to create a company that people love working for. If you love working for your company and you think it's a great place to go, what are you going to do? You're going to tell other people, hey, you should come work at Sampson. This place is great. I love it. Well, out of all those people that join us, 85% were referred by a current Sampson Properties realtor. That's the part that when I lay my head on the bed at night, I'm like, we're creating a company that people like working for. If they love working here, they're going to tell everybody around, you need to come to a lunch and learn. You need to watch on joinsampson.com. You need to listen to what Sampson has to offer. That part makes me feel great inside. So that's how we're growing a lot. It's not only just this great deal and this great synergy and the win-win circle of everybody taking care of each other, but the agents love working here, so they tell other agents to come and hear what we have to say. So a couple numbers here before I move on. You can see on the slide there we were 36th in volume last year in RealTrends 500. That was at $5.6 billion in sales, $5.6 billion in 2020. Great number. Well, a couple different numbers here have come to my attention here that are amazing. So we just got some numbers in July 1 to July 1, so mid-year to mid-year. We have sold over $8 billion in homes. Over $8 billion in homes our agents have done. That would right now rank in the top 20 in the country in RealTrends 500. Now we'll wait at the end of the year, see how it all shakes out, see where we rank going forward. But if you had our number in the last 12 months, into last year's report, we'd be in the top 20 in the country, which is something I'm super proud of. The other number I'm really proud of is this, and I don't want to get too geeky with numbers here, but I told you my passion was for our company to grow and help you succeed more. So from July 1, 19 to July 1, 20, we had a certain amount of our agents that worked here. This is not counting new growth, just agents that already worked at Sampson. Those agents did $3.5 billion in sales, July 1 to July 1. $3.5 billion, that's amazing. The next July 1 to July 1, 20 to 21, so the same agents, 12 months, over 12 months. They went from $3.5 billion to $5.5 billion. That's over a 60% increase in business year over year. That's the part that I love. That means not only are we letting people keep all their money, but they created 60% more business year over year because they were with us and they used all our tools to help them succeed. A lot of tools I'm going to talk about here following. And I think it's because they took all that extra money they didn't pay their broker and invested it back in their business. And here they are creating much, much more business for themselves, like the example I gave before. So that's the last of my boring numbers I'll give you. But 3.5 to 5.5 billion is just something I'm so proud of. So I got to get that out and brag on us a little bit because it's helping people's lives, improve because they're able to earn so much more income along the path. So I'm super proud of that.